Within the living journey, we lose people and we lose possessions. And the loss of people and possessions, the pains of such an appointed time, in its effects of the mind in causing moments of instability, we tend to become intellectually diverted to remember that we have the most vital member of the entire human journey left and never gone. And that is ourselves. The hurt that is living inside of us, the sudden shock, and even the complicated decision of us feeling that it is best to let go of what it is, or even who it may be, unless matters are in time going to develop into worse times. As the pains possess this wisdom and intelligence for us to understand the dangers of holding on to what we know is destructive to our lives, is evidence in all of these thoughts and feelings that we are in fact left with only ourselves to responsibly go through the challenging time of hurting for the sake of healing. As both hurting and healing are in fact fundamentally of one movement toward resolution and therefore restoration. Resolve. The human being who has the instinct to respond adequately, concerning of knowing the vitality of self-preservation upon the entire being and its possible effects, is being a responsible individual, and because of knowing themselves accurately enough, perceives in totality the irrelevance of hurting once again. They understand that to reacquire what they previously understood as their individual peace of mind once again, going through the trials of hurting in tandem with letting go, is essential. We come to not only understand, but because of being a survivor, we know that during this difficult time of reformation, the challenge is never what had no choice but to transpire in which cultivated the pains of hurt, letting go and disappointment, but primarily of how we intellectually respond to the trial, and therefore in effect ourselves. It is a fact of this beautiful, but sometimes complicated journey that we are in fact the challenge, and how we consciously determine to respond to them and even react to them. We lose, but we are forever left with only ourselves. And this is a gift from God. This implies hurting, healing, disappointments, loving, losing who we love through our choices, to let them go irrespective of the cause. We have these trials of self-development because we in fact still exist to accumulate the information from these life opportunities. These are profound opportunities, despite the pains and the difficulties, because we still bear the gift of living to receive them. We are blessed with life for the important task of living. It is a time of the investigation of the learning of ourselves through the flaws and gifts of one another, as this is the evidence of existing for all of us. And so none of us were pre-created inside of the essence of God alone, not to at some appointed time to be a participant inside of a precondition ordained, before we were physically born from the wombs of our earthly mothers. It is most vital to know, and not just to believe, that we are here for reasons which will forever be bigger than our physical bodies and our personal vain aspirations and vain implications. Outside of all of our personal desires, we obviously was created and placed here upon this beautiful earth for the sake of one another. Currently, not in the end, it is only we, for ourselves, that matters. We must come to know this now, before we create an end which we all will come to regret. Written by David Anthony Brayboy.